Yes, I live like this. My mom told me before, she said I had a shopping addiction. I don't think I have a shopping addiction. It's more like a deal addiction. I'm addicted to deals. How can I afford all this? Well, technically I can't. I'm broke. But what enables me to buy all this stuff is second-hand buying. Probably 80% of the things I bought used from Facebook Market, Mercari, OfferUp, eBay, whatever. The secondhand market is a great system because it allows you to get what you need at a used discounted rate. It allows the person selling it to give up something they don't need and not have it go to waste. And lastly, if you're selling something, then you can get a little bit back, and that's kind of like a double discount. At least that's how I justify it. Sometime more than a year ago, before I first starting videos, I got a really good deal on my first vlogging camera. This is the Sony Zv1. This is the first camera that Sony made specifically geared for vlogging. And it's pretty good. It's small, compact, relatively inexpensive. The microphone's decent. It has a flip out screen. Almost anything that a vlogger might need. And I'm getting rid of it. The board is secondhand too, by the way. I bought this camera with the intention of vlogging last year, especially in situations where I can't bring a bigger camera. The size was pretty good. However, I only ended up posting 6 videos last year, and none of them even used this camera. I picked up all these accessories for it. Don't get this one, it's too expensive and limited. Don't get this one, it's too cheap and it broke. Get this one, it's just right. My favorite accessory is the cage, so you can mount something on the side so you can use it in vertical mode, and it also has these loops so you can wear it like a sling instead of a neck strap or a wrist strap. Even though this camera is made for vlogging, there's 2 major issues. 1, the widest angle is not wide enough for vlogging, and 2, there's no image stabilization. You could probably tell. Correction, there is image stabilization, it's just not very good. Ugh. Yeah. I'm heading to Malibu right now to actually do another secondhand meetup for this camera. So I actually bought this like lens attachment that you put on so that the angle can be much wider. So this is what it looks like widest without the lens attachment, and if you put that on, then you can see it's a little bit wider, wide enough. But I think it also makes the sides a little blurrier, and it has that barrel effect. This is something that I thought was really annoying from Sony, because they made this camera specifically for vlogging, but you don't have enough wide angle or image stabilization in the camera. This camera does have an image stabilization, but if you turn it on, then it becomes this much more cropped in than the normal, and that's with the lens on as well. This is without the lens attachment, and I guess if I extend my arm out this far, it's kind of uncomfortable though. This is my big complaint about Sony, is that they always make really good, innovative products, but they always leave out 1 or 2 really major glaring flaw. They did make a new camera called the Zv1F that has a fixed wider angle, but I think at that point, you might as well be using your phone. So Sony, if you're listening to this, my wish list for a Zv2 would be to just make it wider on the wide end, like a 16mm equivalent. And on the tight end, I mean, you can make it whatever. Would be pretty cool for a 16 to 50, maybe. If it's at all possible to have in-body image stabilization, which I'm not sure is possible because of the size of the camera, but the AS300 action camera has a floating BOSS sensor, and that thing is like this big, so let's get it. Alright, I just arrived. It's a little bittersweet to part ways with this camera, but I'm confident that the next iteration will be a lot better. So thank you for your service, Zv1. Hi Blake!
Hey, it's been a nice drive up to Malibu.
Oh my! Alright, I just dropped off the ZV1. I gave it to a guy who is going to be using it for travel, so good luck to him. I hope he has a safe trip. In exchange, he traded me this. I got the Zv1 360 RS 1-inch edition. Whoa, that's a big one. I don't actually own an action cam because I really like this one, which is the one I'm recording on, the DJI Action 2. I recently got the Insta360 X3 that I haven't really used yet, but I understand that this is better quality than the X3, so excited to try it out. I would try it right now, but I don't have a memory card for it. All right, we're gonna head back from Malibu to LA. I actually have one more secondhand thing I'm gonna pick up right now.
A few moments later.
Oof. Hold on, I have to pee really quick. Okay. I just got back. All the stuff that I have, the 360 camera from before, my portable action camera, accessories, and the last thing that I got. Cloud wheels. We're gonna put this on a new skateboard. I bought these for almost half off. The guy that sold me this told me that he's also a YouTuber. If I could find his channel, I'll put a link here somewhere. A lot of people ask me how I have so much stuff. Now you know why. Anyways, as a dealaholic and an advocate for secondhand shopping, I hope I convince you to maybe try it next time. I will admit though that you do have to be smart when going for secondhand because there are some scams and it can be a little bit dangerous sometimes, but just use your mind. Never pay online, always meet up in person, and when you meet up in person, meet up in a safe place. Use your judgment and try to avoid using cash. A lot of cash.